Thank you.
I see that Ms. Barnes is standing by.
Yes, Your Worship, it's Gail Barnes. I appear as counsel for the Provincial Crown on number 112 Burladden. Perhaps it could be paged. I don't know what he's on the phone or what.
I'm here on teleconference.
Daniel. All right, you're Daniel Burladden.
I am, yes.
Your Worship, I've just been retained by.
I'm representing myself.
Sorry, I thought you said you were for.
I am for Crown.
Yes. And sorry, Mr. Burladden, you said you're representing yourself.
I am, yes.
This file is scheduled for today for arraignment. Is that what's taking place? We're setting a trial date? Or a hearing date, I should say?
I've just been retained by the Crown, Your Worship, so I kind of want to know what Mr. Burladden wants to do.
Well, I'm having a... This has knocked out my independence. It's very hard for me to provide myself defense because it's knocked me out of providing for myself to biologically exist. I'm having a hard time maintaining... I'm not even maintaining the ability to feed myself and my basic necessities, and I have to provide defense on top of this. So I'm having a very hard time with these matters.
Hey, I don't actually know what that means, Your Worship.
Mr. Burladden, have you talked to a lawyer, or do you want to get some kind of legal advice?
Well, that's just that's a perpetual problem. It's no different than appearing in court myself, because a lawyer is going to require me to gather all the facts and place everything, organize everything that's important to my person for defense. And he's just another step. He's just another weak link in the chain, so I may as well just handle it myself, because I can handle this all to a lawyer who will tell me he doesn't want to fight the government, doesn't want to take these cases, doesn't want to bother, won't even ask the questions I ask him to ask, which has happened in the past, and basically just throw me under the bus, or stab me right in the back for making a deal with Crown, because that's happened in the past here as well in this courthouse. I would rather handle this myself. The problem is I don't have the personal resources to do what I need to do on my own end. So I'm basically, in a way, I'm just being run over by government. I don't really know what to tell you. If you want to push ahead and go with this, because I can't stop your processes, it seems. I'm going to ask you for. I'm going to ask you to break this into two hearings, one for each count.
No. He's applying for severance. If he wants to apply for a severance, he needs to do a formal court application, Your Worship.
All right. Do you understand that, Mr. Burladden? That was the Crown that was speaking.
Okay, then.
Is there any reason why you can't come in person to the courthouse?
One, it's going to make me very sick, because I've been abused in those courtrooms. I've been judicially abused for 8 years. I'm sorry. I don't want to start into a spiel again. And not conduct myself properly in the courtroom here.
No, it was just a question. So you have options. You have an option to represent yourself, which is what you've stated you want to do, or to speak to a lawyer. Maybe not to hire one, but just to get some legal advice. That's another option. There are, some options with respect to the offenses laid against you that you need to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to fight them? Are you going to challenge them? Or do you want to speak to the Crown about some kind of an agreement? What would you like to do?
Well, what I would like to do is organize all the facts, because I want to be concise. I don't want to waste your time. There's lies in the files. This is fraud. To me, there's so much wrong with this. I would like to organize all the facts and then if we're going to go to court, go to court. But if Crown wanted to make a deal, the only deal I'll make is to state the charges and properly organize the facts, and then represent them properly into the courts. I'm sorry, it's I'm not quite in the frame of mind yet this morning to what would I like to do?
Ms. Barnes, you've just come on as Crown. Would it be wise to adjourn perhaps 2 weeks to allow yourself to get up to date on the file, but also for Mr. Berladen to get together that information that he was just mentioning?
Well, if he wants to present a package, he can do that. But he needs to have some cohesive plan about what he wants to do going forward. I really actually haven't heard a plan. He wants to represent himself, but then he doesn't want to have a trial, and then he only wants to have a deal that is going to be a stay of proceedings, which is not going to happen. So he needs to decide what he wants to do going forward. I'm going to suggest, Your Worship, give him a couple of weeks so he can decide. If he wanted to set a trial date, we can do that, but he seems not to want to. So if he wants to adjourn it for a couple of weeks so he can actually make a firm plan about what he wants to do, I'm fine with that.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Berladen?
May I speak once more on this matter, on the complications here? I'm the only person here that is not paid. I want everybody in this situation to understand. I'm the only person here who is not paid. My income has been wiped out. This has been going on for 8 years. I'm severely impoverished. I've been severely abused by the courts.
Berladen,
so it's I understand, but what I'm trying to explain is it's very hard. It's very hard for me to process and remain stable enough to do everything I need to do on my end. So you can just keep doing this every 2 weeks. I'm holding my breath every 2 weeks to come to have this, to have these.
Are you saying that 2 weeks isn't going to work for you? Because what we can do is adjourn 1 week and arraign the matter at that time.
Well, you know what? If you're going to arraign the matter and you don't want...
At this point, it's up to you. 1 week we can arraign, or 2 weeks you can put a package together for the Crown to present and discuss.
I personally will not be able to do either because I need to have 150% of my energy going into work to provide for myself, to recover. All I'm doing. I shouldn't even be alive at this point.
Okay.
So the only thing for me to do is to allow you just to arraign this, go to trial, have a corrupt fucking another judgment, and violate my constitutional rights. Be railroaded by. I'm sorry, because I'm yes.
Mr. Berladen, you're by telephone, so it's hard to understand, but this is a court of law, and you can't speak like that.
Right.
So let's just take a step back. Do you want a week, or do you want 2 weeks?
Well, nothing is going to change for me. So why don't we just go ahead and arraign this?
So let's do 1 week.
Hold on a second. So
Is Crown prepared to arraign today?
No, Your Worship. I want the accused to have a plan. So I'm going to suggest. I'm not available a week from today. I'm going to suggest perhaps we can go to either the 18th or the 19th or the 18th of December.
All right, let's do December 18th. It's a Monday. Mr. Berladen?
Okay.
We'll have you back on December 18th. You can appear by Teams again. December 18th, 10 a.m.
I need 9 o'clock, actually, Your Worship, because I need to be in a bail hearing at 9:30.
Okay. Should we make it 2?
You do that. Well, actually, 9 o'clock's better for me.
Okay. The afternoon is better for my person because I'm made so sick that I can't. This is part of the problem this morning. Is I'm not clear yet this morning. The afternoon is better for defense because I'm actually made physically ill by this stuff.
Counsel on at 9 o'clock. Ms. Barnes, Ms. Barnes, are you able to do 2 because there's a lot of counsel on at 9 a.m.?
That's fine. I can do 2 o'clock.
Okay. Perfect. December 18th, 2 p.m. Hearing room 1 for arraignment And is there a way Mr. Berladen can get in touch with the Crown?
He can, I'll, if he wants to contact reception, I will give instructions to reception as to how he can get in touch with me.
And may I have a spelling of your name, please?
No, he can't have my cell number.
No, the spelling.
Mr. Berladen, let me... Sorry?
Can you please spell your name out for me, please?
Barnes, Barnes.
Thank you very much.
First name Gail, Gail. Phone reception, and I will give. You can have my email. I'll give reception my email for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Worship. Those are all the matters I have. Thank you.
Thank you.